My boyfriend preferred his Instagram models over me, but he didn't know that I preferred his best friend over him. I feel guilty posting this, but I can't help fantasizing about my boyfriend treating me like his friends do. A few months ago was when I saw how bad it had actually gotten. I guess you could say it was a buildup of a lot of little things. It was my birthday and my boyfriend had been promising for months to make it the best birthday of my life. I didn't want to be disappointed, so in the weeks leading up to it I reassured him that he didn't have to get me anything, but he swore he would. And I actually thought he'd be able to pull through, until he sent me the "don't be mad" text. His explanation was that he had spent his paycheck the week before, but promised to make it up to me when he got paid, which was in 2 days. I didn't want to fight on my birthday, but I knew this meant I would have to pay for everything, which was becoming a pretty common occurrence. I told my mom about it and she reminded me that money isn't everything, that the most important thing is how he treats me. So I went to sleep thinking he'd at least act like a good boyfriend tomorrow. But when we were celebrating at my favorite bar, I was the one buying us shots. Out of nowhere, his friend came and swept his phone in place of mine to pay. I feel bad admitting this, but it gave me butterflies because my boyfriend had never done that before. When I returned to the table, my boyfriend just took the shot and ignored me because he was busy catching up with his boys. The same friend that paid asked if he could get me anything else, and I could see a genuine look of empathy in his eyes. So as I sat at the table making small talk with him and his other friends who pitied me, it was hard to stop my mind thinking about past relationships. I missed how much I was cared for, like a woman should be. Looking back, I definitely blamed myself for how I was being treated. Eventually, I think his friend said something because out of nowhere my boyfriend asked to carry my purse and held my hand, but honestly at that point the tequila was kicking in and all I wanted was to go home and have some fun together. But convincing him to leave was like an Olympic sport. I even tried lying by saying I had work early the next day, and he just responded by asking me if I had enough money for a lift home. This broke my heart. It had to get to the point of looking at him with tears in my eyes until he finally said, "Fine, we can go home." When he told his friends we were leaving, they all congratulated him for being a W boyfriend. I prayed the alcohol would make him want me more while I undressed to show off my new set. For once he actually took the lead and I felt like our spark was coming back. But that all came crashing down because he just went on his phone and started scrolling. No "I love you," no "happy birthday," nothing. This time I couldn't hold back on the tears, and when he finally held me it only made me feel worse. I asked why I wasn't pretty enough for him and he responded with, "What kind of question is that? Why can't we just have one good day?" From there I turned my heart off, and while he slept I compared myself to the girls in his Instagram following, wondering what they had that I didn't. It was clear that he was into girls skinnier than me, so I was sure that would be my solution. I know I should have just gone to the gym and eaten healthier, but I couldn't take it anymore. I just wanted him to want me again. So I did some research and found Obvi Elite pills that were supposed to lower my appetite so that I could easily lose weight. Of course I ordered them along with more lingerie sets and makeup to drive him crazy again. For the next few weeks I get myself glammed up to post photos that were inspired by his Instagram following. I know this seems ridiculous, but he was my first love and I was blinded. Anyway, it kinda worked because he was actually commenting on my posts again, but I still didn't feel like I was enough for him. So when my Obvi pills arrived I hoped it was the answer to my prayers. I took them consistently while slowly lowering my calorie intake and continuing to give him the Glock 5000 every night. To clarify, it's not like I was super fat or anything, but I knew I was chubby. So to speed run the results I made sure to take the Obvi Elite pills and walk 1,000 steps a day too. 2 months in, my boyfriend started treating me better, but he wasn't the only one. Everywhere I went there would be guys flirting with me and even asking for my number. I hate to say it, but some of them were giving me even more attention than him. By the time the 3rd month rolled around, things had gotten a lot better for us, especially in the bedroom. His hands would feel more electric on my skin and he'd even cuddle me afterwards. I felt like I had everything I deserved. Update: we hung out with his friends a few more times and it opened my eyes to how badly he had treated me. So I had to leave him. And guys, I can now say pretty privilege is real. I don't even need to put effort into my appearance to a boy staring at me and trying to get to know me. Plus, me and his best friend who bought me shots have been texting and I'm super excited to see where we'll go.